Good morning. I hope this finds you well and living your best life in Jesus Christ. Well, here it is, Thanksgiving Eve 2020. It's been an interesting year so far, hasn't it? Who would have thought a year ago, as we were gathering with our families around the Thanksgiving table, that this year we would be getting advice from our government to cancel or limit our Thanksgiving celebrations. During this time, it would be so very easy to lose our attitude of gratitude in the midst of the issues that some of us have faced in this year. Some of us have lost family and friends to COVID. Some of us have lost jobs. Many of us have found ourselves in the strange situation of being locked in due to either the fear that we might get infected or because we've been exposed to the virus. And it certainly hasn't helped church attendance much, has it? Some of us haven't seen each other in months. I'm reminded of that old Chinese curse that says, "May you live in interesting times." Well, that certainly describes our current situation, doesn't it? Interesting times. It would be so easy to lose our sense of gratitude in this environment, but we all know that it's only by the grace of God that we're able to even draw a breath for anything, much less to complain. So I think we need to use that breath instead to be thankful, to count our blessings. Let's make up our minds to do what we're instructed to do in 1 Thessalonians 5:16 and 18. Rejoice always, pray continuously, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ. Let's use this Thanksgiving particularly as a chance to reset our gratitude meter. To do this, let's ask ourselves one question. What are we thankful for? I mean, Thanksgiving should be an opportunity to gather and reflect on how God has blessed us during the past year. But for many, let's face it, it's been about, instead of gratitude for our blessings, it's an excuse to stuff ourselves and watch football. I mean, maybe this year, particularly, it's time to reevaluate our priorities a bit. What do you say? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all in favor of food and football. Well, at least the band at halftime. But this year, let's make Thanksgiving about giving and thanks. This year, more than any, might force us to dig a bit deeper. As I said earlier, it's certainly been an interesting year. For many, this was a year marked by pain and fear and worry. So how do we summon the gratitude? Well, if you're a Christian, your basis is not our circumstances, but something greater. Paul tells the people of Thessalonica that they could, quote, or should, give thanks in everything. Why? Well, because this was, quote, the will of God in Christ. In other words, followers of Christ believe that every piece of hardship is a grace gift from the Lord sent for their growth, their sanctification, and further intimacy with the Almighty. The thing is, we don't believe we're here on earth all alone. We believe that God is firmly in charge, right? Well, though life may get hard, and it does, it all falls under God's sovereign will, and so we give thanks. As Americans, we certainly have cause for gratitude. We've been truly blessed by God. I have to periodically remind myself of this. I have to stop for a moment and reset that old gratitude meter. We so easily get caught up in the easy lust for more stuff, bigger houses, nicer cars, better clothes, newer gadgets. Or, the opposite side, we become fearful, depressed, and worried about the situations we find ourselves in during these chaotic and unprecedented times. It's so easy to lose sight of what truly matters and how truly merciful God has been to us. But then I remember a few years back my missionary trip to Honduras. I saw real poverty and real gratitude on the part of the Christians there. They had nothing, yet they praised the Lord in all things, and they were thankful for every blessing they'd been given, everything that the Lord had provided. We are so blessed. Tonight, Nancy and I will go to bed with full stomachs. We'll have a roof over our heads. We ride in a nice car. We have earthly family and church family that love, support, and encourage us. We're blessed beyond measure. How about you? How have you been blessed that you've neglected to thank the Lord for? Is it perhaps time that you, like me reset that gratitude meter? If you're fortunate enough to be able to be with your family tomorrow, count your blessings. We're blessed to live in a land of plenty where we're all free to do so. Let's not sit around the table griping about the election, complaining about our job status, whining about injustices from friends, or worrying about the future. Instead, let's reset our gratitude meters and offer genuine, heartfelt thanks to God for our salvation in Christ, for His daily care for our brothers and sisters in Christ, and for our friends and family that He so graciously provides us. Let's face it, everyone within the sound of my voice is blessed beyond measure. What do you say? Let's make this Thanksgiving about giving and thanks. What do you say? I hope you make today a terrific day. I want you to know that I'm here if you need me, and I love you all.